I'm Matt Bichard with REIT.com, and I'm here in San Diego for REIT World 2012. Joining me is Dan Hansen, President and CEO of Summit Hotel Properties. So Dan, when you're evaluating a potential acquisition opportunity, how important is it to buy in an area where you already have a strong presence versus the concept of going into a new market?
We do have a lot of properties that are clustered in various spots around the country, focused predominantly in the top 50 markets. That's obviously a benefit if we find an acquisition opportunity that is within that cluster in the same market. However, we believe that every acquisition must stand on its own, and as you see with several of our more recent acquisitions, some of those are in new markets. Those are markets we are keen to expand in with the brands we grow with, but it's not an exclusive, needs to be in a cluster versus not in a cluster.
And what are the strongest economic factors driving performance in the lodging sector?
One of the keys we're seeing are low interest rates. That's been a big benefit to underwriting and acquisitions. What's a big benefit for us is really the flatter trajectory of the recovery. It's created a longer window of opportunity for us to find great acquisitions at great cap rates across the country. So a slow and steady recovery, albeit with some speed bumps along the way, is really helping us with our underwriting, getting great deals.
And you mentioned kind of the trajectory we've seen in the recovery. How important, given that climate, is the operational side of the business in terms of your company's performance?
The operational side is really paramount to success for our company. We were an operator of our own properties prior to our IPO, subsequently sold the management company, and now asset managers. So you can imagine having run our own properties, now being an asset manager, we're in the market very aggressive. We're very careful about the management companies we choose and very aggressive with the process of which we manage. We're big believers that you get what you inspect, not what you expect. So we spend a lot of time in market with management companies, finding little ways to be more efficient. So the operational is critical.
And lastly, as you look at 2013, what do you expect to be the dominant trend in the lodging industry?
Well, it's interesting. Things do change and evolve, and we really see the dominant trend very favorable to our space and our chain scales in the lodging space, which are upscale and upper midscale. The value proposition by our hotels is comparable to many of the full-service hotels, and having spent a lot of capital renovating, we believe that our space has a comparable experience. So we think a very strong trend is the value proposition for upscale and upper midscale hotels for guests.
Dan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.